For years, the cult of NXIVM, led by founder Keith Raniere, trapped followers in a web of delusion.
NXIVM has been called a terrifying cult, a sex cult, a pyramid scheme, and even a group bent on world domination.
But how did NXIVM rise to power in the first place?
NXIVM started in 1998 in Albany, New York.
A failed businessman, Keith Raniere, partnered with former nurse Nancy Saltzman to market NXIVM as a personal development company with executive success programs.
The ultimate goal is to achieve an enlightened state, something that's called fully integrated.
Soon, hundreds of people were asking to take their expensive courses.
Hypnotic induction program. The secret suggestion was follow Keith Raniere.
Members were drawn to Keith's claims of his alleged superhuman intelligence and healing powers.
Supposedly, Raniere could control his followers with just the sound of his voice.
After a certain amount of time, I'd overcome Tourette syndrome. That was incredible.
For thousands of dollars, students studied in NXIVM's classes for 12 hours a day. And every year, they would celebrate Keith's birthday on a 10-day team-building trip.
Keith was very expert at subliminal suggestion, hypnosis, very subtle techniques.
NXIVM was able to grow financially due to students participating in its multi-level marketing scheme.
People pay money to take courses, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, and you can make money by getting other people to sign up.
Soon, the money was pouring in.
The group has attracted rich and famous people, including heiresses Sarah and Claire Bronfman.
The wealthy sisters once donated $2 million to NXIVM for one-on-one classes. The group also recruited in Hollywood, preying on lesser-known actors, promising success in return.
Our main belief is to have people experience more joy in their lives.
Nancy recruited Allison Mack, best known for appearing on the TV series Smallville. Allison fell for Keith and chose to focus full-time on recruiting new members for NXIVM.
You reach into their very essence and you meet a unique individual.
It makes me want to cry. It's beautiful.
As NXIVM's membership grew, so did Keith's appetite for power.
I'm very devilish, and I think I'm probably the worst coach in the world because I'm just a demon.
He sought out young women to manipulate and was soon having sexual relationships with many, including Allison Mack. With Allison, he brought his female partners into a new subgroup and called it the Secret Sisterhood.
As many sociopaths do, he had the ability to read people.
Keith dubbed this group DOS.
DOS is an acronym for the Latin phrase Dominus Obsequious Sororium, which loosely translates to Master over the Slave Women.
In this new group, women were pushed to please Keith by exercising daily, limiting their calories, and even losing sleep.
For Keith, it's in his nature. He wants to catch the mouse, he wants to torture it, he wants to play with it.
Many of the members experienced drastic weight loss.
Going for years with elevated stress hormones throughout the whole time.
And they were also blackmailed.
Members of the secret sub-society called DOS had to give over collateral, such as nude photos and videos.
The women regularly had sex with their leader, who claimed that this would heal their past traumas.
People were constantly being manipulated. They were constantly being controlled.
Soon, they were subjected to a bonding ritual, where they were stripped, blindfolded, and held down by Allison Mack, while their groins were burned with a cauterizing pen.
Members were branded with Raniere and Mack's initials.
While these horrors were occurring, former members and families of the cult's most devoted followers started an investigation.
My goal was to expose NXIVM.
In 2018, Keith Raniere was arrested in hiding.
The leader of an alleged sex cult has been arrested in Mexico.
Soon, Nancy Saltzman, Allison Mack, and the Bronfman sisters were taken in as well.
Over several months, a number of charges were laid, including sex trafficking, forced labor, and racketeering conspiracy.
Keith Raniere was sentenced to 120 years in prison and fined $1.7 million by the U.S. government. The remaining defendants were found guilty and given varying prison sentences under 7 years.
Now we can really begin to heal. Justice has been served.
Do you think Allison was guilty, or was she simply a pawn in Keith's game?